Hello. The Mars transits on 23rd February 2026. This is to explain its influence on Cancer ascendants based on Vedic astrology. If you are having a Janam Kundli or a birth chart which is based on Vedic astrology, then this astrology reading is for you. Mars transits on 23rd February from your 7th house to the 8th house. When it arrived 8th house, then there's a 4-planet conjunction already there in the 8th house. So these planets are North Node, Sun, Venus and the Mercury. When the Mars joined them, then it becomes a 5-planet conjunction and it's a rare occurrence. Also to mention that the North Node was there in the 8th house since 18th May 2026 and it will be there up to 5th December 2026. It takes such a long time for North Node to completely travel across a house. So its influence is long term. But the planets like Sun, Mercury, Venus and Mars, these are the 4 planets, usually takes about 1 to 1.5 months to complete a house in a birth chart, and therefore they influence in short run because they move faster. Their influence is in the short run, like about 1 to 1.5 months. So 8th house is the worst house of any birth chart because 8th house resembles setbacks in life and financial losses and even the worries, sorrow and various difficulties and obstacles, and also health failures also sometimes, disasters, then also life-threatening situations, death and the lifespan. So much of those things are highly negative things. So 8th house is the main house which represents those negative issues. So the lord of the 8th house as well as the planets which arrive the 8th house, mostly exerts malefic influences. So now 4 planets are already moved. I mean, it's 4 planets are already in your 8th house: North Node, Sun, Mercury, and the Venus. Now 23rd February, Mars also moves there. Now 5-planet conjunction. So they exert negative influence on you. 4 planets like Sun, Mars, Venus and Mercury, they represent 7 houses of the birth chart. So all those 7 houses, the issues represented by those 7 houses, that means those the matters represented by those 7 houses will be affected negatively. Now when it comes to Sun, so Sun is the lord of the 2nd house. Now you are having issues in your 2nd house even in the long run because South Node is there since 18th May 2025 and it will be there up to 5th December 2026. So the long term issue also there at least up to 31st October because on 31st October Jupiter is about to arrive there. Then some of those negative issues will be diminished, but up to that the South Node's long term influence is there negatively. 2nd house resembles your wealth and savings, in your gathered money or your savings. So it's a bad time for that in the long run also. Now the lord of the 2nd house also Sun, now it has moved to the 8th house up to 15th March. So that time is going to be a negative time for your savings even in the short run. The other problem is the married life also, your family life or married life also represented by second house. So that also is affecting long term as well as short term also, as the sun also in the 8th house. The third problem is your speech. So be cautious or careful about your speech when you talk with your family members, your wife, and or else your colleagues in your workplace and outside people. Be cautious about your words, the meanings, the content, and the tone, everything about your speech, especially up to 11th April until the Mercury stays there in your 8th house. In short run, in the long run also problem is there at least up to 31st October. But the short run, Mercury is there because Sun also there. Sun is the lord of the second house. It will leave the second house, 8th house on 15th March. But that problem related to speech will not be completely resolved because the Mercury also is the main planet, resembles a person's speech. That's why the Sun and the Mercury together in the 8th house means negative for your speech. So Sun and Mercury both have to leave there. Mercury leaves later in the 11th April. Until that, you be careful or cautious about your speech. Then the Mercury also resembles your courage or your activeness and your proper functioning of your body and also your siblings. So up to 11th April, negative influence for those matters. Then also your the Venus. Venus resembles your 11th house as well as 4th house. 11th house means your income and your interaction with the society. Society means not only the outside society, even your colleagues, your friends, your relatives also included. So your income and your interaction with the society, these matters will be negatively affected up to 2nd March until the Venus stays there in your 8th house. Also the 4th house means your long-term properties like lands, buildings, vehicles, and also your residence and the comfort you enjoy in your residence. All those things, even your mother also resembled by your 4th house, all those things will be affected negatively up to 2nd March. Because Venus is going to leave there on 2nd March. Finally, about the Mars. Mars represents your 5th house as well as 10th house. 10th house means your profession. So your profession will be affected negatively up to 2nd April until the Mars stays in the 8th house. Also 5th house means your children, your love affairs, and also your education. These things will be affected negatively until the 2nd April 2026. That means the period until the time Mars is going to stay in your 8th house. So now you can understand the situation. So be cautious and careful about those issues as well as your own safety and security, because 8th house is the worst house as well as the place where it generates the life-threatening situations. So at least you have to be cautious and careful about your safety and security up to 11th April 2026. So this is the situation there. And in fact, the north node also they are in your 8th house, but that's negative influence. Uh, it was there since 18th May 2025. It will be there up to 5th December 2026. That is going to influence you in long run. Obstacles and negative influences for uh, various areas of your life, as well as for your marriage and spouse. Now the Jupiter. Jupiter is a planet which influence in the long run. These days, Jupiter is in your 12th house up to 2nd June. So that also influence negatively for you because there are various health issues and also sometimes legal issues. Then you are more expenses, more traveling likewise. So, and also this is a time where you have to attend more like religious occasions, or maybe welfare matters likewise. Now this is the situation in your birth chart for the time being. Now when it comes to your ascendant, this is the common reading or common astrology analysis for the Cancer ascendant. But when you take your astrology reading based on your own birth chart, that will be more accurate and personalized than this common reading, because your birth chart was created based on the actual positions of planets, their aspects with each other, their states at the time of your birth. It's like a screenshot of the sky at the time of your birth, when your life story was shown in the sky at that time. So, to get a more accurate and personalized birth chart reading, you have to submit your birth chart to an astrologer, a proficient astrologer, and get your birth chart reading. The astrologer also will recommend the remedies for the negative influences created by the planets. Your birth chart reveals your destiny. Your destiny shows the strengths and weaknesses you brought with you to this life and the possible ways to happen the things ahead in your life. But remember, this is not a fixed destiny. You are not a pre-programmed robot. You can change many of the good and bad things written in your destiny. Astrology is there to provide valuable guidance. It has been doing this service over hundreds of years. Therefore, you can prepare well early and overcome your weaknesses, and plan well and implement them to overcome the troubles to come ahead as shown in your destiny. And also could get the maximum of the positive things to come ahead in your life, also as shown in your destiny and explained by your birth chart readings. That way you can change many negative things to come ahead in your life and get the maximum of the positive things to come ahead in your life with the help of astrology and succeed in your life. Good luck.